Hello everybody, I'm Symes and this is Robin.
Hello.
And welcome, one and all, to episode 15 of Stone Mirrors.
They're still alive.
We're all mostly still alive.
Yeah, apart from the dead ones.
So we've got some stuff to do. We got some new dwarfs in. I've created a new Mark's Dwarf squad out of the last set of immigrants we got.
We've got some kind of decent defences as well.
And the game has named them the Oily Twists.
That's interesting.
And it's kind of confusing because our Hammer Dwarf squad is called the Oily Steps. So I might have to rename them sometime later on. And I've done some reading as well. Let's just kind of set this off going first.
Yep.
I've done some reading about armour.
Is it useful?
It is useful, but the thing that I've kind of been reading about is that for our Hammer Dwarves, because they're not experienced armour users, if we just put them in full plate right away, they won't be able to move. They'll move very, very slowly. And so enemies will be able to hit them a lot before they can hit the enemy once.
So you put them in like light leather or something to trade them up on?
We can put them in steel mail shirts and boots and stuff, but if we put steel plate armour on them, that'll be too much. But
They'll fall over.
We can put leather armour over the top of the steel mail shirt, which will help defend against blunt damage, and we can give them lighter shields made of wood or whatever. But it's just doing all steel all the time right away will just make them very, very slow.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, when we finally get around to making our steel stuff, that's what we'll be doing. But I've got a list of things to do. One of the things we'll have to do at some point is let these merchants out, but... Ooh, another Minotaur's arrived.
Another one?
Yep.
Oh dear.
So, hello...
Can we shoot him to bits?
Hello, Minotaur. I wonder where he is. He, she, it, they. Bottom right corner of the map, by the looks of it.
Yeah, well, we're all locked up tight.
So we are all kind of snug in here, but we will have to open the things to let the trades out. But we'll come to that later. That'll happen when it happens. But there is something that I want to do down on the crafting level, which is here, which I think uses a Crafts Dwarf workshop. And I'll just cancel this rock pot task and add engrave memorial slab.
Is this for our sadly departed dwarf that burnt to a horrible crisp?
Yes, for our sacrifice to the magma gods. And it was indeed Domas Osustcog.
It's a catchy name.
It is, so we'll add that, and I think I will promote that task to the top of the list. So a crafts dwarf will at some point come along and do that.
Yeah.
So, and things are just rattling along. And the liaison's going, I can't get out. But we know from experience that they don't go insane for a little while, so...
No, they're not going to go nuts just yet.
And, yeah, so I made a collection of jobs to do. I found that down here we've got a load of cloth stuff, and the reason for that is that I found out that I thought we had loads of clothing in our... stockpile downstairs, but it turns out that that's all tattered clothing which they've dumped, but it gets put in the stockpile anyway.
Yeah. Can we filter that out?
You have to kind of do it manually. So I actually went through and did that. There's on this refuse pile there's a dump zone designated, which I've told them to dump all of the tattered clothing in. Okay. But we have one of our dwarves is actually naked and therefore very unhappy. So I've told them to make some more clothes.
Okay. You there, dwarf.
So
make us some clothes.
Make more clothes. And down in the depths. Here we are. Oh, sugar. Yeah. Hammer Dwarf Zephyr the farmer, is throwing a tantrum. He's the one I had previously mentioned. The one who's very, very unhappy.
Yeah.
And I can't actually zoom to the location, so I'm going to have to find him.
So what does this tantrum entail?
Running around, breaking things, punching other dwarves.
That's not very sociable.
No, and the problem with it is that it tends to make other dwarves unhappy.
Being punched,
and when dwarves are unhappy, they may throw a tantrum. So,
it could be a sort of a cascade effect.
It becomes what's known as a tantrum spiral.
Oh dear!
I can't find him. Where's he? There he is. That's not it. I want to zoom to him. It says he's sleeping.
He's having a bit of a fit.
He's throwing a tantrum, but he's throwing a tantrum in his quarters. And,
right.
And here, on his quarters, is a door. So we can just lock him in.
Can we lock him into... Will he calm down automatically?
He'll probably break everything in the room, but he might stop. But he's probably still going to be very unhappy because of not having any clothing. But we don't have any clothing for him to wear yet.
So he's basically having a naked fit.
So I think we should just... We'll lock him in his room for now, and hopefully deal with it later on.
Yeah.
How's this make cloth stuff going? It's all been validated. So the clothiers should be working on it at some point. I don't know if there's anything in this list about making them. To make cloth tunic is inactive, but yeah, hopefully we have someone who's actually going to do that. Oh well, more terribleness.
Well.
Oh, we've got someone stricken by melancholy, which is also not good.
Oh dear.
Diplomat is left unhappy.
So we got depressed dwarves as well as psychotic dwarves.
Diplomacy stymied. Oh, the ham dwarf has calmed down. That's good. We can probably let him out now. But we need some clothes, because I don't know if he's outside in the fortress and he throws another tantrum, then he'll start hitting people. But if he calms down, then it's fine.
Yeah.
But if you can move around somewhere where there are things which might give him happy thoughts,
happy thoughts,
then he'll calm down.
Oh, fingers crossed.
But keeping him locked in his room probably isn't going to help. I don't know what's best.
No, that's probably not going to do wonders.
All right, let's let him out. Anyway, there is another thing that I need to do up here, which is make this barracks into an actual barracks, because we can assign it to the squad, which is the early steps. And so you can sleep in here, you can train in here, you can store your individual equipment in here, and you can store your squad equipment in here with Z, T, I, and Q, respectively.
Yep.
And that's now belongs to them, so when they get activated they can keep their gear in there.
Helpful.
So, yeah, I don't know whether the merchants want to leave or not. We should probably just open...
If they've had enough.
I think they've packed up now, so that we should probably open the drawbridge and let them go.
Yeah.
Which one is it? I think it's this one, I can't actually remember. Yes, I think it's that one. So our marks was rotating on and off their training schedule. We've got... the merchants are not in fact ready to leave just yet.
Yeah.
But what will now be happening is that Minotaur is going to be beelining for this open gate. Let's find out where it is. Zoom 2. Yeah. F for follow. Dun, da, 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 da. It's running. Straight towards where we are. I mean, he can come running in, and the caravan guard will probably kill him.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah, it might not go so well. I think I might try and close this thing again, because if they haven't left yet, then...
Yeah, would be bad.
It would be bad if he came in.
Yeah.
There he is.
It might irk some people.
Running to an up ramp, and now he is just running around because we... Oh no, one of our miners went outside, so now
oh dear,
the
he's
Minotaur
being
is
chased.
going to kill him.
Oh, he's caught him. There's blood.
And death.
Score. That's it. Splat.
The miner is dead.
Very dead. Dead as, I believe the phrase goes, that squirrel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Foolish fool.
Dead fool.
And
this means we've got to pop a memorial for another dwarf.
Someone else. There's 2 other people went outside as well, so now the Minotaur is chasing them.
Oh dear.
So I might as well open the bloody drawbridge now, given that there's just a disaster going on outside.
Depressed people inside, dead people outside.
Oh, it's all coming apart.
Yeah.
What's happening with the clothing making, anyway?
Do we have clothes to put on our psychotic naked people.
Well, some of the tunics have been made, so that's at least something. That will make them slightly less miserable. So that's good.
Yep, they'll just be running around with no pants on instead.
It might be a long tunic, you know. It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Right, okay. They are leaving now. They're heading for the exit. One of our dwarves comes pegging back in.
Okay.
And then runs back out again, because apparently they're an idiot. And then the hammer dwarf's throwing a tantrum again. Minotaur, who is ignoring the traders altogether in favour of murdering our.
He probably knows what's good for them. All the traders have like bought him off or something.
Right, we've lost a Marks dwarf who was in minor form.
Yeah.
The traders are leaving. I have really screwed this up, because I really should have set this alert on, because there's loads of people outside. Right, where's this?
Oh, you should pause everything and get everyone where they should be.
Well, I've just told them to come back in, so... Where's this sod buggering Minotaur? Is it left? I think it's gone. Well, actually, no, hang on. I was looking at the wrong view. Right. Zoom 2. Let's follow you around again. Who are you pursuing now? It's heading for something. Fortress. Legging it for the fortress by the looks. It's down there now for some reason. Must have must have fallen down there, because there isn't a ramp at that point. And is running over
the
there.
Monsters starve for the way. You know, if you set up you manage to get them trapped down a pit or something, they fall there. Well, they just starve to death.
Ah, the Fortress Guard has twanged him to death. Hooray!
Hey, that's good stuff.
I don't think they do, monsters. I don't think they do stuff. Let's turn this alert off briefly. Okay, that probably could have gone better.
Well, at least it's gone.
Let's, they're all going to go outside and collect things and chop trees down and whatever. But I had another idea, which was to build a new depot in this keep area out here.
Yeah. So
that we don't have to actually lower the inner drawbridge in order to let traders in. So let's do that before I forget about it again. Where's Build Trade Depot? I think it's on the next page. It isn't. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's there. Let's make it here. In the corner. Sort of there. Yeah. There is fine. I'm not going to build it out of soap. that would be weird and wrong. Let's build out of these orpiment blocks we've got lying around. We've lost our jeweler who was outside. One of our jewelers, anyway. Oh, where's the corpse pile? We haven't gone and got them yet. Okay, but there's someone dragging a cage out to finish that cage trap that's out there, and I'm going to start telling them to build some more as well, as we previously discussed.
Yep.
So we've got 3 there. I'm going to build a line up from this bit to cover that sort of area, so that if they come in this direction, they'll get caught by them. If they come down here, they'll get caught by them, and I'll put another sort of one line along here to catch some more people. And we're going to need some more cages, but
got to catch them all, etc.
That is also going to be fine. And a row of 5 cage traps there. The other thing about this is that once the depot is built outside, we can put a row of cage traps across the inside of the inner drawbridge. So if anything comes across it, we can nab them there as well.
Excellent. Plans within plans within
plans, and hopefully less death happening.
Yeah, this death thing is not good.
It's not great. I don't like it. Right, let's just pause it briefly and head back down here, because I fixed a problem with this stockpile as well. This is the stockpile for all of the glassmaking, which should have loads of sandbags in, and now does, and previously didn't because I'd done something wrong. So the sand was being collected and just left by the sand collecting area, so I thought we didn't have any sand at all.
Yeah.
So now we can make some glass things. like cages.
Glass cages. It doesn't sound particularly sturdy, glass cage, does
terrarium.
it? Terrarium.
A terrarium.
What on earth is that stuff?
It's a tank.
Ah.
Because it's made of glass, you see.
Yeah, yeah.
So we can make...
Do we have pet fish in this?
I don't think so. Just... Ooh, no, that's not what you did. Terrarium, I've lost where it was. It's J, as you would expect. Let's just fill that up with that. And we'll get some terrariums built. And that will be good. There was something else which has to do with forges. Yeah, this is an interesting thing we can do with forges. If we decide that this top forge here is going to be the special forge, where we make the really good weapons, you can do that by using workshop profile, which we haven't looked at yet. So we use capital P for workshop profile, and you can just
say who can work on what.
You can see on the bottom right there. There's a skill requirement for people who can use this workshop, and you can also just restrict it to specific workers, which is what this list is for. Mm-hmm. But if we just go, okay, we set the minimum to legendary like that. The maximum is legendary. Then only a legendary worker within the specific skill can use this forge.
So that means that basically our really good people have always got something they can work on.
Well, it's so if we want something really good made out of metal, we can use this forge to do it, because only our legendary metal workers can do it at this forge. Yeah. So we specifically add the task to this forge rather than using the manager, and it'll be legendary. For example, our legendary weaponsmith that we have.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we could say make a big pile of weapons.
So we can say add a bunch of Warhammer tasks to this, and he'll make some legendary Warhammers, which will be most splendid.
Sounds good. What's the combat system like in this? I mean, it seems to be fairly arbitrary. You're hitting people in all sorts of weird places. Is there any actual mechanics breakdown anywhere?
I don't know what the system is, but there is most definitely a system. There's encumbrance and specific armor types and specific damage types, slashing, blunt, pointed, and hit locations. You've seen people being stabbed in the spleen and having bruised pancreases and stuff. So
indeed, yeah. I'm just wondering what sort of bonus legendary actually gives us.
That's a bonus to the amount of damage done, and it's a significant bonus.
Excellent.
I think it's ×3.
×3?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. That is pretty impressive.
It's really good. But if they're crap at hammer skill, they just won't hit with it.
So that just basically the way a better weapon is going to allow you to hit easier.
It won't allow you to hit easier, but it will do much more damage when you do hit.
When you do actually connect it with someone's noggin.
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Okay.
And that's why it doesn't actually matter about what quality a crossbow is or what material a crossbow is made from, because unless you actually hit them physically with the crossbow, it's the bolts that do damage, not the crossbow itself. The crossbow determines how whether or not you hit someone, but the bolts are the things that do damage. So steel bolts are obviously better than wooden ones. Yeah. But also use your steel up. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, and
you're not going to get your bolts back as well. So I suppose just
some of them will be destroyed because when you hit the ground with a bolt, it's destroyed. Some of them may go off the map, stuck in goblins. So yeah. Right. So we've finished melting objects. So let's get this here lower smelter, making you can smelt some tetrahedrite until we don't have any tetrahedrite anymore, which is
smelt it until we can't smelt no more.
And I think if we add another a bit more pig iron as well.
Yeah.
Just keep adding pig iron. We will have to be a little bit careful about how things are arranged, because steel is very, very valuable. So once we make a load of steel stuff, there will be much more attention paid to our fortress. So that's bad too. Oh, I think we've got some spare coffins. I think that's why nobody's winding up in the corpse.
Found the corpse.
Yeah, that's why. That's what kind of led me to think of it. Down here somewhere.
Does that mean we need more headstones?
Well, if we find the corpse, then we can just bury them in the regular coffin, and it'll be fine. I keep zooming past it. Here we are.
That's because he was utterly fried that we can't.
Yeah, and in fact, the one that's just been found dead is now in this coffin because he's been brought down here by the person who found him. So that's fine, and these are empty, these ones down the left, so we've got some room. But we do need to build this memorial slab, which is why I came down here to do this. Alt-S for slab. And let's put it, I don't know, here. And you have to expand the list to find the right one, so you need to go down here and find a Dacite Memorial to Domas Osustkog. Build that there.
Build it. Ship it.
People should bring it down. Yeah, so there's all kinds of stuff going on. I did tell them to... Oh, he's building that slab now by the look of it. There it is, good. So we shouldn't get a ghost from him.
Good stuff.
And that's being... Oh, good. That's been built. That, let's arrange some more things, because I want... There's a rope here, and I actually want to remove this to make room for some traps. Because now that we've got a trade depot outside... Oh, look, Ghostly Farm's been put to rest, so quite clearly he had risen, and I didn't notice, and now he's been put to rest. So now let's build some cage traps across...
Has our Nutter calmed down yet?
I haven't seen anything about it, so quite possibly he's okay now, because we did make some clothes. But we should also check on that. But I want to...
You might want to open the door so we can go and get them.
I did open it. I opened it a while ago.
Oh, yes.
Well, actually, no. I'll go and check, but I'm pretty sure that I did. Let's place a nice row of cage traps across here. So hopefully if any Minotaurs do get this far, they'll get trapped in a cage. And then we can put them in the pit of doom and shoot them to death. So...
Can you remotely open pits then, traps then, or do you just empty the cage down a hole or something?
There's a couple of ways you can do it. One way is to you can build the cage, which means fix it in place, and then you can attach it to a lever. And when you pull a lever, the cage will open.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's one way to do it. The other way is to put it. If you put it right next to a pit with a hatch over it, then you can usually grab the occupant of the cage and fling them down the pit before anything bad happens.
Sounds a bit more risky.
It is a bit risky, but that's why they have to be right next to the pit. Because if you try and move them a tile to get them there, then they can potentially escape. But ooh, baby llamas!
Yay! Oh, so cute.
Yes. Oh, they're starting to dig this. I designated a couple more areas to be dug out here for more pasture. Because we're getting more livestock in, and they may start having fights with each other, which we don't want.
No. You want laser llamas fighting each other?
Let's see what else is going on. Ooh, this is looking good. This wall, which I told them to build, is almost finished. Well, it was already a wall because it was rock, but I told them to smooth it. So, and they're still waiting to smooth the rest of it. So we need to build a bridge here. This is the Pit of Death.
Pit of Death.
Pit of Death. Above here is where the cages go, and there's one hatch already over. And the reason it looks like this, if I just do this, the reason it looks like this is because you can put a stockpile, an animal stockpile, which will put occupied cages on that stockpile. So we make this entire area a stockpile, and no tile in this area is not adjacent to at least one hole. If you see what I mean. So there's only two tiles between them, so they're always near a pit, so you can just grab people and throw them down the pit. That's the plan. I will of course be putting cage traps in here as well, on the off chance that it doesn't work right. But
on the off chance something goes wrong, you can still leg
horribly wrong. The reason for putting hatch covers on them is because otherwise other dwarves who are nearby can actually see what's going on, and they might get scared and run away, and the thing they're holding onto will therefore escape. And we're on a bridge here, which is I think G. And this needs to be wider, like that. And we'll make that out of... no, let's make that out of some of these blocks, other blocks that we've got lying around. Rhyolite, I don't even remember what colour rhyolite is. White, apparently. Okay, so what happens here is we've got this pit. This is actually the pit itself, and that guy's trapped in it because he removed all the ramps and left himself down there.
Yep.
So that's not good. He's probably not very happy. He looks like he's hungry. But someone will hopefully come along and build that bridge before too long, and then they can escape.
We can only hope.
This is the pit. This is actually where they wind up when they fall through the holes. It's a 2 level drop through the holes. But
will that hurt them?
It won't hurt them very much, no. Especially if they're very agile. I actually threw a cat down a pit once. It dropped 20 levels and survived, so...
Probably on its feet.
Yes, and I was trying to kill it because it was annoying me, and then I dropped it 20 levels into the caves, and so it was wandering around in the caves, and I couldn't get at it anymore. So, yeah.
Super cat.
So, what was I saying? Yes, the pit. So this here is... this bridge allows dwarfs access to the pit so they can clean it up.
Yeah.
So
you don't have all the corpses and don't get ghosts and stuff.
Well, it's so they don't rot and stink the place out.
Right.
And that kind of thing. But we also will want to designate not carving fortifications, which is into these walls so the Marks dwarfs can shoot through them.
Ah. To make it truly our pit of death.
Absolutely. The murder hole.
Murder hole for all the family.
Like that. So our engraver will come along and do that.
Engrave it. Engrave that chisel.
That's actually happening right now.
Lovely. So pit of death is looking good.
So that's looking good. He's busy hacking into that. I think we've got some hatch covers now. Actually, no, we don't. I told them to make some, but they haven't made it yet.
Ignoring you.
It depends. It's kind of, there's other stuff for workshops to do. Ooh, all these cage traps have been built. Look, by the look of it. I think mostly anyway. So if we now do a bit more on this outside bit. Right. So I'm gonna leave a 3 wide gap for wagons to come through. So place traps like this. And like that. That's a lot of traps, but we are building a lot of terrariums, so we should be fine. I think that might be one there being taken out to be placed, actually, because it's green. I wonder what our death toll was. I didn't really notice. That's just announcements. We've made some trousers, so our crazy dwarf is probably less crazy now, at least I hope so.
Yep.
Let's go and find them. It's him, them, Hammerdorf, Zephyrinod. View, thoughts and preferences. He yelled at someone in charge lately and felt better afterward. Okay.
I think we can all appreciate that, really.
And has smashed up a building. So that made him happy, but it means he broke something.
Yep.
I've been haunted by a dead spouse lately. Whoops. That was Domas Usust who's now happily been laid to rest. Could be either way, really. I don't know if we can see exactly how happy they are. If we can, actually. Inventory is not. Still kind of naked. Just got a cloak
kind
on.
of naked.
He's wearing a cloak and a backpack and a water skin, which is not.
Well, it makes you wonder where the water skin is.
Yeah, I hope it's on like a strap or something. But
yeah, let's keep imagining that.
It's just nobody's on duty, so the clothes are available, so should be able to get them. I'm not sure what's going on. Actually, you just check the schedule. Oh, there. Oh no, it's turned off, I think. Inactive, the early steps, yeah, the early steps is inactive, so they shouldn't have a problem with that, but possibly they do. Baby alpacas being born.
Oh, so cute.
Let's go and see how they all wait, there's a bunch of digging been done down here, so that's good. We have a lot of miners now.
Yeah.
Oh, someone is trapped in. How did this person get trapped in here? How do you even do that? You know.
What's going on there?
They must have fallen in for some reason.
How?
But I really don't know how. All right, well, we can get him out. It's not a problem. It's just, you know, let's make a ramp here, which will make it. Actually, no, I don't think that'll work. Instead, we should make a downward stairway on this tile, and below that, we should make an upward stairway on this tile, and then someone will come along and dig that out in due course, and then that guy will get
eventually
out when they're finished digging whatever they're currently digging, which shouldn't be long actually. They've cleared these ramps out that I wanted them to clear. Oh, there, stairs, done.
Good stuff.
So, at some point, that person will go, "Oh, stairs," and then leave, unless they fell down. Unless they fell in there and are injured.
Yeah. Can we check their status?
Yeah, hang on. What's the unit near cursor button V? What is your problem? Hungry and dehydrated, fine. I get that you were down a hole for a while, but I don't see any other issues. Pale pink, but that's not really a problem.
Nope.
I should hopefully just escape then.
Fingers crossed.
Or possibly die of thirst, I don't know.
From that random place they've ended up in.
They must have fallen down there, been startled by something and jumped sideways when they were next to this hole and fallen down. That's the only thing I can think of.
Our dwarves not noticed their intelligence.
Craziness. Okay. And there's people... I had another mining operation going on to try and find more hematite up here, which has been moderately successful, I think. Yeah, there's a bunch of hematite lying around.
Good stuff.
So that's good. And this is where we were digging out huge areas of stuff, which we have. Most of this is rock, unfortunately. But down below, a lot of that's rock too.
Down below that, below the rock,
but
we have some more rock.
There'll be much more rock down here, but this was where we were hoping to build another tree farm, and they still haven't actually finished digging it all out. But
rockety rock.
They're now finishing the zigzaggy corridor of death, which told them to do what feels like years ago. Right. So, yeah, it looks like when the man got angry, he smashed up his bed and a door. Or actually smashed up his bed, which was here, and is now not there.
So you need to give him a new bed.
I suppose we'll put a new bed there.
Some people, eh?
These crazy dwarves, just because they don't have any clothes to wear, they get upset. What's wrong with them? Okay, something has happened. Because it's paused and jumped to here. Oh, that looks like goblins.
How
goblins,
many?
Goblin axemen, 5 that I can see. 6,
but we've got a load of traps. A couple of traps are actually up, though.
Yeah, some of them are not. Although the ones that are immediately inside are. So what I actually want to do...
Raise the drawbridge, shoot to bits.
Bring everyone inside, like that. And...
They got quite close before we noticed them, really.
Yeah, we haven't really got anybody on watch at the moment, which is...
Didn't we have that sniffer dog?
There's a dog up there on the battlements, but obviously... I think once we get around to building these battlements, which is something else we should be doing now, this wall's nearly finished, we should put dogs up here and then they'll be able to see when they're coming in. But our defences are not quite ready. I don't know if anybody's outside, but it's going to have to just be tough luck if they are, I'm afraid. But I suppose it wouldn't be an ambush if we had seen them coming. Actually, that seems like an appropriate cliffhanger.
Dun, dun, dun.
On which to end today's episode. So, thanks everyone for watching.
Dramatic jarring chord.
Tune in next time and find out how badly the fight with these goblins goes.
Yep.
Thanks very much. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.